Welcome to another episode of Dad's Rules with Kevin Belzer, and today I'm joined by my very special guest, Melissa Belzer, on
Hello.
episode 239. Yeah, she was showing you with fingers what that was. So all that blank space, if AI doesn't edit it out.
Hey, YouTube.
Yep. Yeah, speaking of YouTube, all of a sudden the last few episodes, we've gotten a major uptick of viewership. I don't know what we did to the algorithm, but all of a sudden YouTube likes us. So that's cool. And we want to thank everybody that's been tuning in and catching us. And hopefully you stick around and enjoy our antics and shenanigans.
I love that. Antics and shenanigans.
Antics and shenanigans.
That's pretty much what it is, I think.
Yep. So you showed, let's see, no, you didn't show. I showed Homes Tonight and you went and saw a movie.
I did.
Yeah, it never ceases to amaze me. I've now shown, I don't know, thousands of homes at this point in my career. And I never stop seeing weird stuff in homes in homes. Like
decor or what?
Just stuff that people do to homes that are so redneck. He's going to stay where he's going to stay.
All right. They're so redneck. Why?
Well, this one tonight, they destroyed the whole drainage system on the side of the house by making it completely concrete, and also decided that they needed to encase both AC units into concrete as well. So I was looking at going,
what?
I don't know. You're going to have to like jackhammer the AC units out, I guess. And they weren't
That's insane.
Yeah. And they weren't new AC units or anything. These things have been there for a while. Just leave them be.
Okay, I know. I just want to make sure. Okay.
Yeah. So, but anyway, I don't know what people are thinking, why it's a good idea. And on top of that, their whole yard was legit. The whole backyard was all brick pavers, like from
house to
wall
fence
to wall. Yes.
Oh my gosh.
It was all brick pavers.
That's bizarre.
The only green that was coming up is the weeds.
Weeds don't up in the cracks.
The weeds between the pavers. That was it.
Dang.
And you went tonight while I was doing that. You went and saw a brand new movie in the movie theater. And what movie did you see?
Grease.
Grease. No, I mean, that's the new movie that just came out with John Travolta and Olivia Newton-John.
Harkins classics.
Let's see. Grease came out. It's amazing that it's been in the theaters this long. It came out in 1978. So you're talking this movie's been in theaters for 48 years?
Sure.
Yeah.
It was fun. People were saying it wasn't like full or anything. It's fine. It's probably just a way for them to fill a theater on a Tuesday night. So it was just really fun. People were singing along. We were singing along and saying the words. It was just fun.
Hey, you know, some of these theaters need to get creative to bring people back in. And if you can take a normally dull weekday and slam people in there by having them see the brand new movie Grease, I hope they do a sequel.
Yeah, they did.
Oh, okay.
I said it would have been more awesome, even though people didn't really like the sequel. I like the sequel, and that was the first one I saw. It would have been cool, like, surprise, here's the second one.
See, when I was in grade school, this just tells you that we're Gen X. But when we were in grade school, we actually did the play Grease in, let's see, well, not quite grade school. It was junior high.
Oh, okay.
Junior high, we did it. But still, I mean, it had smoking and drinking and all kinds of stuff.
Yep.
And that was appropriate play material when I was in junior high.
Yeah. You know, of course.
Yeah, good times there.
Did they give you props? They didn't give you smoking props. There's no way the school let you.
I don't.
Probably like.
I don't know. I
glazed over that.
I probably had some, like, not even B-roll, like like G-roll or something. Yeah. So I was probably a tree in the background or something.
Man at bookstore.
Could have been
whatever.
I remember being on the stage, but I'm almost positive I had no movement and no speaking lines.
But you weren't a tree, were you? No, come on.
They didn't have like trees and stuff then. I don't know. I
Okay,
honestly don't remember
that's funny.
what I was, but
Hey, I would have been happy to be a tree. I didn't. I think we did Godspell, and I played some background role, dancer or something.
well, let's see. I wasn't John Travolta, and I definitely wasn't Olivia
Yeah,
Newton-John.
yeah, it wouldn't have been either one of those. It was not a lead role. It's fine. That's a lot of fun.
Yeah. So last week we talked about dating and all the reality shows out there that had their own little takes on the dating in the married world, and how, for the most part, a lot of them are train wrecks.
Mm,
Some of them had some ideas to where I'm like, you're not necessarily too far off on how quick the whole process should be, because the reality is that dating in my world is too long and drawn out. That's how I feel.
agree.
Now, there's two extremes to it. It should not be what our son just did, where it's 10 years before you propose to your girlfriend. That's a long time.
Yeah,
I know you can go, man,
it's long, but if you
I get it.
yes, understand the whole thing, the
Still.
whole picture, it makes sense. But it's fine.
10 years is a long
It's not
time.
a bad thing. It's actually endearing. But
On the flip of it, I do think that let's see, what's the one they call them like
90 Day Fiance, I think. I don't know if I've ever seen. I may have seen like one episode of that at one point, but
Yeah, what's the one where they had another reality show to where they started the episode by they got married. They had one like that.
Love at First Sight.
Love at First Sight.
Yeah, they'd never met, and they're coming in and supposed to get married, and then go to the honeymoon or whatever, and get to know each other and do their thing and decide what they want to do and all that stuff.
Yeah, so that's too quick.
Yeah, because you don't ever see them. You're stepping in sight unseen to the altar. That seems a little crazy to me.
So 10 years too long, and
Not
Love at First Sight, where you literally
married at first sight. Yeah,
yeah, you marry them immediately.
Yeah.
That
Too
is
short.
too short. So what we need to do is we need to find a happy medium here.
Yes, of course.
Happy medium here for medium.
Yeah.
Medium. Yep. Medium. Not small, not large.
Right.
Yes. Medium.
Medium.
We need a happy medium. A what?
Medium.
Medium? Is that French?
Medium. I know. It's just saying it funny. Medium.
How do you say medium in French?
It's media.
In French, medium is moyen.
What is
Moyen.
Wait,
Moyen.
let me see it. No, let me see it.
Here, I'll play it
moyen.
again. Yeah, because I thought
didn't
you were
remember
saying
that.
French to me, and that wasn't
No.
French at all.
No, I didn't say it was
Okay,
French.
so
Moyen.
Moyen. Oh, I didn't
Moyen.
remember that.
I mean, everything in French sounds so pleasant.
Yeah.
Like this is a simple word, medium, but look how it sounds.
Moyen.
Moyen.
Moyen. Moyen.
Moyen.
What size pizza do you want?
Moyen.
Moyen.
What size drink do you want?
Moyen.
You're funny.
How long would you like the relationship to be before we are engaged?
Moyen.
Medium.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. That's a nice touch there.
Yeah, it works.
Yeah.
Yep. Anyway, totally lost my place there because I thought you were speaking French.
No. Medium.
Okay.
Relationship. Too
Mhm.
long, too short, or too short, too long, whatever.
So,
Okay.
we need a moyen length that is acceptable
so
to
weird.
everyone.
Okay.
C'est la vie, je m'en fous.
Still haven't totally confirmed if that is correct, but whatever.
That's the extent of my French.
Well, if it's correct, I don't know. We've never talked to a French person who says, "Is this correct?"
Anywho, major distraction.
Yeah.
So, can't have really long ones, can't have really short ones.
Right.
That's what she said. And so
She didn't. I don't. Maybe.
so anyway, I'm working on a new rule because this is Dad's rules.
Oh,
I'm working on a new rule
okay.
that has to do with dating. And this could end up, because we know that a lot of the rules end up on the trash heap. and they don't
Yes.
actually make it all the way through
Because you're
because,
not-
well, some of them just get too complicated, like the
Yeah.
whole bathroom one, which we've covered on another one. Maybe we can cover it again.
Yeah.
But the whole bathroom one, I have so many rules and exceptions to the rules in that one that it's like it's too hard to figure out what do you do when you go into the bathroom. So I digress.
Yeah. Again.
Okay, so on dating, there has to be an acceptable amount of dates before that you decide if you're moving forward or not moving forward. So that's the basis of this rule. So what I came up with, well, let me ask you, what do you think, if you knew nothing about, because you kind of know where I'm going with this, but what do you think is an acceptable amount of time to be dating someone before you should know if you're moving forward or not moving forward?
I mean, I know it depends. I would say it depends. You're not going to see him once a week for 3 weeks, but it seemed like in my history, it seemed like 3 weeks was the magic number.
That you should know one way or another in 3 weeks.
I guess, yeah.
Okay. And so I put a ton of thought into this about what makes the most sense. Because originally, when I was thinking about this, I was like, well, it should be like a set amount of time.
Mm-hmm.
However, in today's world where people work and schedules and everything else to see each other, does that really make sense to have to where you go, well, we should know in 3 weeks? Well, what if in 3 weeks you were only able to see each other twice just because of logistics of schedules and everything else, and it could just have been what was going on either of yours life during that time period?
Yeah.
And I was like, okay, well, that doesn't necessarily work.
Right. It's not a hard and fast timeline frame because someone could see each other every day for 3 weeks, and some people could see each other twice or 3 times in 3 weeks. So yeah. I think it has to go down to dates. So
I did come up with a number, and I have reasons behind why I think this number is the most appropriate.
Okay.
And I also got to thinking about, should there be an amount of time that you spend with the other person on each date to consider it an acceptable length of a date to, like learn something more about each other? Do you have a time amount per date that
2
you
hours.
think? 2 hours.
Minimum.
I came up with 3.
Yeah, it's a 2 hours minimum. Depends on what you're.
So I think that the date amount of time needs to be 3 hours.
Okay.
Okay. And then I came up with 10 dates.
Which I agree. After it makes sense. I think 10 dates is I agree.
10 dates in 3 hours is 30 hours. And so the dates don't have to be just going to a movie or something like that, because there's no communication there.
You're not getting to know each other in a movie.
Yeah. So the thing is if you go to a movie, there has to be more than the 3 hour time frame, because the 2 hours while you're there, it's like, yeah, you may learn about, what they like based on how they're acting at the movie.
What they think is funny or shocking or.
Yeah. So I guess you'll get
you'll
get something out of that.
Yeah.
So I go, okay, if it's a 2 hour movie, maybe, and I'm being very generous here, maybe an hour of that you would get some idea of how they act at the movie, with the highs and lows and the happies and the cries and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Okay.
The interaction and response.
So if the date is a movie, then it's 4 hours and not 3. So this is how it can get so complicated to where it cannot be a rule, because you have to have the exceptions that make the rule. Confused yet?
No.
Okay.
No, because there's go ahead.
Okay, so I believe that there has to be 3 hours of 3 beneficial hours, to where, because we did things from just talking. Yep, because you can learn a lot just by talking.
Yeah.
Being around other people.
Yep.
You can, because that is huge. And I do believe that it is actually important that you do go out to eat with the other person, and it could be everything simple from coffee to uh, Top Golf,
Top
to where it's
Golf.
eating and doing an activity.
Love Top Golf.
And honestly, that, well, I'll go to that in a second, but the eating thing, you can see how they act, how the other person acts when they order, how they treat the staff.
Yep.
Just, you can just learn a lot from body language and
Yeah.
everything else when you're out to eat with someone.
Yep.
How respectful or disrespectful they are to other people. With something like Top Golf, miniature golf is great too, batting cages, all that. You can learn the competitive nature of the other
For
side,
sure.
and find out, does their competitive nature jive with you or not jive? Yeah, not jive with you. And that doesn't mean that both people have to be
one or the other.
but it's like, are you cool with how they are?
Right.
If they lose, do they act like a little child when they lose?
They pull a John McEnroe, or are they like, oh well?
Do they, when it's like, for one of my kids, when they went out on a date recently, does the other person give them the third degree while they're trying to relax and play golf?
Question.
Yeah.
Question.
It's like
grilled.
It's like, man, if I was him at his age, I would have been like, I would just looked at her and been like, okay, let breathe. All right. We can enjoy the silence, like Depeche Mode said. All right. We don't need noise all the time, and we don't need interrogations.
Yeah.
It's like, you can have conversations without interrogation.
Yeah. There's a difference.
There's a difference.
There's a tone.
There's a lot of conversations that should be had
for sure
throughout all these states. If you're jiving on certain stuff, I do think that that it should be easy to figure out political views, and if they are a cat or dog person or both.
Yeah.
Kids, no kids,
right.
Whether they're a vacation on the beach or hike in the mountains, like climbing Mount Everest type person. You can learn a lot off all these states. There's a lot of conversation to be had. And I believe that all of them can be had successfully without a lot of stress in 30 hours. So 10 total dates, 3 hours apiece. And I already went over that you got to add extra time if you're at a movie.
Right.
Basically it's a buy 1 hour, get one free kind of thing. So,
yeah.
And I do believe that a date has to be long enough to where, because it's like
30 minutes.
Yeah, that doesn't count. I mean, you're gonna have to get like 10 of those. 30 minutes. No, 1, 2, 6. You have to get.
Wait,
yeah.
Oh, you said.
Yeah, that was Kevin math.
Oh yeah.
6 of those to get to 3 hours.
Yeah.
That was really, really bad math.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then you have to, then that gives you the 3 hours, and then you're saying 30. So then times 10, so 60 coffee dates. Who's going to do that? Nobody's going to do that.
I know, but my whole thing is like, I think that you should know, because it's like, if you're going to go out with someone, you should be devoting the time to the other person to like have a good length of time. And I don't know. I don't think that 3 hours is too out of control on it. I mean, and you may have one that's 2.5 hours and one that's 3.5 hours, but anyway, I just believe a date is 3 hours.
Yeah.
People may say I'm crazy, and hey, you're more than welcome to comment on this and let me know.
I'm curious.
Yeah. Okay. So the whole reason I say the 10 date rule is that you should know within 10 dates if this is someone that you want to be with forever, or you both need to move on.
Yeah.
And that doesn't mean that you can't cut things off prior to that time, like my son did, where he's like, in the minute of golfing going, nope, that's okay too. You can just take her home and move on with your day. Yeah. Don't ever call me again. That's perfectly fine.
Yeah.
But by the 10th date, you should know which direction this is going, because I don't really think it's fair to either side to drag it past that and leave everybody hanging.
Yeah.
And because I've seen it with friends and stuff where I'm like, they dated for a couple of years or they moved in and all that, and yet they're not engaged, they're not getting married, and I'm like,
What are you doing?
this is a recipe for disaster. I've sold those real estate properties where they were never got married, none of that stuff. And I think that there needs to be an end purpose in it. And I believe, for me and for my beliefs, the end purpose of dating is to get married.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't think it's to dilly dally and play around. It's time to be an adult.
Well, and we share those views. I was never. I don't think I don't recall ever being. Well, this is just whatever. I always had an end goal. So looking for someone to marry.
So. Did I miss anything there, or did you have anything to add to that?
I think you covered a lot of it. I mean, like, make sure you have conversation. I think you should be able to, like, if a date goes wrong, I can't imagine completing the date and just going, oh, I don't be like, this isn't working for me. Have a great night. And I know people probably don't want to do that, but I mean, I don't know if I could stay in a date that I was not enjoying myself.
I do know what I need to add. So it's 10 dates, not 10 days.
Right. Dates.
I mean, it was 10 days for us because we saw each other every day,
almost every day,
for 10 days.
Also, I thought about that just now. Like, we didn't work together all the time, but we did have a work relationship. So we kind of got to see, I think, each other's personality a little bit, even at work. Maybe not extensively, because we did like working for the one manager when Troy was working. We were the three crew that made the day like smooth. Every shift that the three of us worked was smooth. That's another reason I didn't loathe going in on whatever Sunday, Saturday, whatever day it was, working for that shift, because I was like, this is the greatest.
So those 10 dates, they could be 10 in a row, 10 days in a row.
Yeah.
Or if it's one a week for 10 weeks, whatever the time frame is, it doesn't really matter. Because in between that, you have to figure that you would still be texting, calling, talking on the phone, stuff like those don't count as dates. But that's just
additional.
That's just, you get extra credit.
Yeah, extra credit. That's actually a good word. Extra credit. You get to get extra information.
But so if it takes 10 weeks to get to 10 dates, you should know by then. And so I expect all of you to do your homework when you're out there and just be checking them off as you're doing it. And if at 10, you gotta decide, hey, is this someone I'm going to marry or not marry? And you either need to put a ring on it or you need to move on and make the decision right there. No pressure. Like zero pressure. Zero pressure. I don't give anybody any pressure.
Yeah.
But as you can see, this is a tough one for me because I just don't know if this is a rule or not. I do think it's a good idea, but I'm not, like, every rule I've ever written is pretty like set in stone.
It's concrete.
It's concrete.
And
this one feels like what we all worried about in the 80s. This feels like quicksand.
Quicksand.
It doesn't feel like it's concrete. So it's like, I mean, as much as I love it and I believe in it, and I tell my kids this, this may be not a rule. But you can let me know what you think. I mean, to me, it feels like, I think it's a really, really good idea, but I could also see it not being concrete and it's quicksand.
Is there like an extra thing you can put at the end? See, and then have your little blip of the dates. Like, not an appendix. Well, I don't think I'm thinking of appendix.
I don't understand what you're saying.
Not like another chapter, but just like a. I don't really actually know.
I honestly, I should write it. I should write a book called Not a Rule.
Maybe, there you go. See,
because some people are like, no, that's actually
not a
good.
rule, but things you should do.
that's actually good. Actually, that is a really good idea.
That is a good idea.
Copyright Kevin Belzer.
Yeah.
That's
actually a good idea, because we have some stuff that it doesn't fit into a solid rule. That's actually, it could be like a bonus book. Done. We're gonna do it.
Could be. Anyway, I'm open to feedback on that. You got
Yeah.
anything else you want to add to it?
No, I mean, I going through the dating with you, I just knew you, like, even after the second date, I wanted to spend time with you regardless. I was like, I really want to spend time with you. It was very important to me to do that.
I would say that even if you're like screaming at YouTube right now, or Spotify, or Apple Music, or Apple podcast, or Amazon podcast, wherever you're listening,
Yeah.
I would say that even if you're really mad about what I'm saying right now, you probably should take a step back and think about it. And you'd be like, I don't know, is this really a bad idea? I mean, because in a lot of ways, this makes a lot of sense and probably save a ton of grief and time. It's like, how many people are in relationships to where with like someone who like wants kids, they don't want kids, but they're too afraid to end it. It's like, freaking set them free.
Yeah.
You know, or it's like, if you don't like their politics, or you don't like the fact that she won't let you get a cat,
You don't want to marry somebody who's not going to let you have a cat if you want a cat.
or God forbid, they're a Dallas Cowboys fan. Ugh.
Sorry, friends.
I tease as I'm wearing my Cardinal shirt.
Yeah.
And you know, hey, 1947 world champions, beat that. Yeah, I know.
We have so much fun during the football games.
Okay, so we'll wrap it up there. If you like the show, like, share, comment, review, leave feedback. That sounds like everything. And until next time, go out and be the kick-ass adult I know you all can be.